Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. And today we are back with the UV resin. Might need you. Some more moulds have arrived. This one is the one I've been waiting on. I'll get a little close up of that. That is my doggy mould. I hunted high and low for a good dog mould that wasn't deformed or a bit squiff. Check that out. How cute and cool is that? So we're going to have a little play with that today. I've been waiting for this. So cool, and thank you Emblems Moulds. This is where I found off Etsy the only decent dog mould that I found so far. And I also got a little fish. Though I may or may not play with that today, we'll see, because that's going to be a layer's job, because it's diddy. So we won't use a lot of the UV resin, but it's quite deep. So we'll see. We'll pop that one aside for now. Just another little check at the absolutely gorgeous doggy one. So we'll pop fishy aside for now. And we are going to work on doggy. So I've been waiting for this. So I was going to go glow in the dark, but my girls are black or black and white. So I'm going to try. I'm not going to be able to replicate them exactly, but I'm going to try doing a black dog with a pink glow in the dark tongue. And then I may try and do Nova. But she's going to be more tricky because she's going to be like black around here, white around this sort of region, with a few black dots, black nose, pink tongue, mainly white down here, but a bit of black coming in there. So let's have a go. That's why I've got two brushes, so I don't mix up and get shimmer powder in with my glow in the dark and glow in the dark in with my shimmer. So probably try and get the tongue put in first, because I can just about see where that is, and we'll go for a nice bold. Let's try with this really pointy one to see if we can get just the tiniest bit of pink in there. We'll try that. And then, do I try and white the teeth? Oh, let's just have a go, eh? Let's have a go. Sparkly white teeth. And he's really going to be black the rest of the way. Well, this is as black as it gets at the moment anyway. This is grey, but that's okay. till I crack the hard colours out. This is having a play and I can't wait to give it a go, so I'm going to do this. I did have another mould. Is it just the one so far? Yeah, I had another mould arrive, but I'm going to save that to show you for another day because that's quite big. So I'll save that to show for the epoxy resin day when we crack into that. And I've also got a resin curing mat in the post that should arrive today. So when that comes, that's when I'll be looking at doing the epoxy. Losing my voice. So that will set a lot quicker, because there's every chance with how cold my house is that it won't set at all from research. So we will see when that arrives. Right, let's get our resin in. So we're just going to give that a moment. So hopefully a lot of the bubbles will float up that way and few will come out this way. And then we're going to get filling. Right, I think we are full enough. Right now, sorry if you hear me, I've got an itchy collarbone. Don't see any bubbles. Maybe one down here. Where's my trusty lighter? Nope, that's not one. That's okay then. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe up there. I think that's it. Okay. Let's get a sip of tea. And on some more updated advice, I'm going to try giving it a little blitz with this first. This is from the same lady who gave me the advice with the whole bringing it down slowly. I'm going to try giving it a little blitz with this first, and then 2 zaps with that. I don't know if there's much point in flipping it over, because this isn't a clear mould, so we'll see. We'll see what we do on that front. So here we go. The other mould front, I found, well, I've got quite a variety coming, but it's only when they get here, even though I think they all had measurements. The octopus didn't seem like it was going to be as big as it was, and I think it would probably take all my UV resin supply to fill it. Like I say, it's not incredibly deep, but it is quite big. So that's what I'm going to have to do with the others. See when they come as to what they're going to be, or what resin would be most appropriate for them. I am looking forward to playing with the epoxy resin next month on Shopping for Supplies Day. I'm going to be getting, I found some deep pour resin, and that's good to pour for 4 inches. So that's going to give me quite a big scope. So I won't have to do, well, I will have a play with layers, obviously, because I've got some regulation epoxy resin. But it'll be fun to be able to just pour outright, because none of the moulds I've bought are 4 inches deep. That's looking really cool. It doesn't look like, with the light shining on it, that there's any bubbles. So we're definitely getting better with pouring the resin into the moulds. Obviously the proof will be in the pudding when it's done. I don't know if that needed to have a bit more in it to get, I can't quite tell whether the teeth are in there or not, so I might do another layer. We'll see, because it's hard to tell whether the tongue got involved or not. But we'll set this first. There might be a tiny bubble up by the ear. We'll see. It's right there and there, directly below this. I think could benefit from another layer just to get them in, because I don't know if the tongue's going to be involved or not. We'll find out. I think we should start calling this the UFO technique. It's like, especially this little shaped thing, as it's hovering down. And I will as well, probably next month, because I've gone for getting moulds this month. A couple other bits, but mainly moulds. I found like a desk lamp style UV light that's 24 watts, which isn't bad. It's mid, you know, I prefer 36, but that seems to be quite tricky to find. Well, I'm finding it tricky to find at the moment anyway, at a reasonable price. So I'll be getting that next month as well. And although they could be resin involved, I bought some eyeballs as well, half eyes. So I've got another project in mind, which I might throw you a little sneaky peek at the inspiration behind. I wanted eyeballs, fake eyelashes, and teeth I've already got, but I did get some more because they're so much fun to play with. I think that's everything I got this month. Right, once more. As far as content goes, I think I'm getting better at editing. I do some quite long videos sometimes, so I'm trying to condense them down to give people a different flavour. A lot of the painting videos that I do end up in like, oh, so many parts. I think the last series that I put up was 15 parts for one painting, and they were all around about an hour. I think there might have been a few that were about 30 minutes. So the next wave of painting, is it the next wave or the next but one? Next but one. I have tried editing to get it down. I've managed to get it down to from about 15 hours to an hour and a half, but still showing the various stages. So it's not just a, hi, here I am, this is what I've started, oh, magically done. So I might do that with this as well eventually, so I can put more moulds in, feature more creations in one video instead of like one piece at a time, especially when I'm just curing it. Though this is good waffle time. Give you all a catch up. So this one will probably play straight, but I think as of the next few, depending on how long this takes, I'll edit them down. So you'll see me start this, and then you'll see me finish this bit. All the other bits I'll leave in there, but this bit where I'm just going UFO on my moulds. Right, I'm going to dare lift it and have just a little peek. It's definitely not going to penetrate that. That is so opaque. But I think what I will do... Oh, and some bubbles have appeared. Like right there. And maybe there. But definitely right there. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to dare. Okay, it's set there. So I'm going to stick another layer in, just to make sure that we've definitely got the tongue and teeth involved. So let's just hold this upside down for a moment. I can also get a sip of my tea right now. Right, I don't want to shine that light. Let's just trust. Cheeky bubble. Right, let's bring this up quite a bit so it definitely gets the tongue and the teeth in. Right, I think we've definitely got the tongue and the teeth this time. We do, however, need to come in there a tiny bit because I can see it. There. Not quite level. I think everywhere else. You have a lovely shot at the back of my head right now. Maybe just the nose. Tiny bit extra on the nose. Right, I think we're good to go now. Yep. Right. I reckon we'll give this the same treatment, even though it's just a thin layer. And then we'll pop her out and see what we got. It's looking really cool. That grey shimmer. I mean, it's as black as it's going to get for a shimmer powder. Looks really cool. I don't think there's going to be a whole heap of white where the teeth are, but they're definitely not going to be black. And I don't know how pink the tongue is going to be. So we will see. It's all trial and error at this point. But if you keep going at something, you will eventually master it. And that's what I intend to do. So I've got big ideas for this stuff. Right. Let's get UFO involved. And this little bit of paper is going to so glow tonight. That's where I rubbed all that pink stuff there. It's getting supercharged right now. As my resin is curing, my glow-in-the-dark powder is charging. But we're looking good. I have every confidence because this is such a shallow mould that it's going to be okay. It's not going to be sticky on the other side. and this Vida Rosa I can't big up enough. I've been having a look around for some other ones to try, and oddly enough, with the Vida Rosa, especially on Amazon at the moment, it's like £15 for 300 grams. That's a really good deal, it turns out. I've been looking at quite a few different options, trying to see if there's any cheaper ones out there to try for people who are on a bit more of a budget who want to get involved. And at the moment anyway, all the ones that I've found are way more expensive. And for people who don't have Amazon, that's why I was looking on eBay as well. They're all more expensive. Well, swings and roundabouts, they're not far off the same price as the Vida Rosa. So if you were to save anything, you'd be literally talking pennies. So I'd recommend going with the Vida Rosa, especially if you can find it on offer. The lovely lady who told me all about in the comments about doing this said she was using a brand called Resin. So I had a look at that just the other night actually. So I might get that to try. I think that's around about the same price. I think it's a little bit more because it's, like I say, the Vida Rosa, it's just because I got it as a deal. I think if you buy the Vida Rosa on eBay, it's around about £15 for 100. But then most of the others on there are the same sort of price. So I guess that's the other bit of advice, is shop around. I didn't look, because I went straight to the Let's Resin website. They've got a sale on at the moment. But I didn't check on Amazon. Amazon seems to be a good place to get deals. Right. Not sticky. I'll just let it stand for a moment, then we'll try and demould. Let's see what we got. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, because I've been waiting for this mould. Sounds a bit sticky on the underside. Like I say, there's no point because that's so... Yeah, that's still sticky on the underside, so I'm going to put that back in there for a moment. Yeah, because if I give it a squeeze, I can see where it's still wet. This might have been better being a complete layer job. We'll see. We're going to give it, like I say, I know there's no point in flipping it over. It's not, light is not going to shine through. Oh, it might, you know. Never mind. I think we'll have to leave this one close though, just to get it to penetrate maximum. I thought that'd be too dark for any light to shine through, but it does shine through, so we're going to give that a cook on that side. This will be a learning curve, because the transparent moulds are obvious. The opaque ones, not so obvious. While that's doing this thing, I got another mould to play with. Again, not transparent, but this one's so shallow. It's like perhaps a mil. And I know, pink again. You wouldn't believe that pink isn't my colour, the amount of pink things I end up with. That comes in so many different colours, but the only one that was available was pink. So I got pink. That came with a set, no choice, pink. This, pink or blue. Blue sold out. Blue's my favourite colour. Anyway, this is so cool. Again, I wouldn't normally get anything mermaid themed, but this one's kind of an exception because it's a mermaid skeleton. Let's get you out of there. That, I'll get the camera on that to show you. That looks really cool. Let's rest you on there for a second. I'm looking forward to trying that out. Look at that. Here's a little mermaid skeleton. She's got her hair for some reason, but hey ho. Perhaps she took care of her locks. That's pretty cool, right? So I thought, I'll have to get it. That's got to be worth having to play with. That'll probably look really nice with the chameleon powders. Right, let's have a peek. So this is going to be trial and error, this one. Let's move all these sequins out of the way. Okay. Alright, we're going to give it one more. Right, what we'll do next time with that one, now we know, turn you that way, is we're going to go, so with the, so that's probably about 2-3 mil deep. So I think in future, when we use that one or any others that we are using UV resin with that are opaque, we'll do exactly what we normally do. If it were a clear mould, we'll give it a little blast, 2 blasts on the one side, flip it over, 2 blasts. And that's when I hold the button down, that's 120, so 2 minutes. So it'll be 5 on the front, or 5 on the back, 4 on the front. That's what we'll try next time. And then fingers crossed, because I'm not too sure how this is going to come out, given that I like peeled it away a little bit and then squidged it in. It might have given it a bit of a wonky casting, or also put random bubbles in there. So we will give that another try, quite possibly another day. What's my time say up there? Yeah, probably another day unless I speed up the light bits, which I might do. We'll see in editing. So I'm going to clean that as well before we give it another pop. Let's put those away for a second. So I don't think we'll use them. I'll go find some pink. This one is definitely, because that's perhaps over 1 centimetre deep, because it's got fins running across the top. So I think I'd do the fins and like a thin layer across the general body first, and then another layer. Right, let's see what we got. Moment of truth. You're not sticky anymore. You're not going to be perfect. It might be a tiny bit sticky. So let's just give you a short one. Yeah, tiny bit sticky. So I'm going to clean that out. Yeah, so I can feel it. It's a bit residually. Is everything within reach? No, I've put it all the way out the way. Well, while that's doing that, I'm going to see if I can grab it. See if I can reach everything that I need. I need that. And that. I may as well put that in the bin. So I'm going to give this a proper wash in a moment. I'm just going to get rid of the excess sticky with my handy dandy, ever so nice smelling nail varnish remover. Then we'll give it a proper clean in the sink in a moment. Give it a proper wash. Let's make sure I've got nail varnish remover on my fingers. Okay, no longer sticky. A bit of tidying up needed. Oh, you are a bit sticky in some parts, aren't you? Or is that just where it's a bit rough? That's just where it's a bit rough. No pun intended. So let's give that a little zoomie, so you can all see what I can see. So the mould itself is really cool. And I'm delighted to say you can see a couple of bits where I peeled it away when it was too sticky and it didn't quite get to take the colour. It has worked. The pink has come up on the tongue. The white, it's a bit hard to tell. The white has sort of come up on the teeth. But yeah, I like that. I have my little long-awaited, longly searched for dog mould, and it's beautiful. How close can I get? Yeah, there's some nice little detail in the eye there. So yeah, do one more if I can, like not so wobbly. How cool. I love it. I'm definitely going to be playing with that again. So for now, I am going to go and clear up because I've got shimmer powder everywhere, a little bit of not quite set stuff in the mould. So I'm going to give that a proper wash too. So thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all so much. Any suggestions, any moulds that you might like me to try, any resin brands that you might like me to try that I can get a hold of anyway, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. Take care and see you in the next one.